50,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स हो गए. नाउ ऑन टू 75. मैं रुकने वाली तो हूँ नहीं, तो जो लाल रंग का सब्सक्राइब बटन है उस पर क्लिक करें एंड दैट बेल आइकन नेक्स्ट टू इट. जैसे ही नया रिव्यू आएगा सबसे पहली नोटिफिकेशन विल कम टू यू ओनली यार. I didn't think I'd be doing this dance for a She-Hulk series, but here we are. Women telling women stories. Superhero women, but hey, she's a lawyer. Hey all, my name is Acharita, this is my channel, you're watching a review and today we're talking about She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, streaming tomorrow on Disney Plus Hotstar.
That is not how we work through our issues.
Lawyer show. We're only discussing the first 4 episodes because so far that is the access most critics have received. So here we have a brand new origin story, She-Hulk. I haven't read any of her comics and she's never made an appearance in the MCU, so this to me was super fresh. I mean, I didn't even know she's Bruce Banner's cousin and not love interest. Calm down. No one knows anything about She-Hulk. Anyway, how Jennifer Walters becomes She-Hulk and how this now superhero person becomes a lawyer to other superheroes is in fact quite a bit of fun to watch. Creator Jessica Gao said in an interview that this is a show about women. Majority of the people behind the scenes are also women. This is evident in the writing. At times it's obvious and at times it's subtle. A clear Fleabag hangover, breaking the fourth wall to express your frustrations with the world, saying thoughts out loud you can't actually say to the person in front of you because you're a woman. Aside, She-Hulk is enjoyable because how light-handedly it talks about mansplaining, regular microaggressions, online dating, sexism in the workplace, all through the perspective of women, managing to keep it consistent with the superhero vibe. But yes, the fourth wall breaking is not as cute as the show would like it to be. The only MCU production I've seen recently which is justified and taking itself very seriously has been WandaVision. That game-changing foray into series starring a major Avenger was weird and complex and executed to absolute perfection, complete with a Spotify chart-topping song. Then came Loki, which treaded a relaxed line between drama and comedy like early Avenger movies. With Tom Hiddleston plus Owen Wilson in the center, it delivered on what it promised, which was more screen time with fan favorite Loki. With She-Hulk, the tonality entirely and solidly shifts into comedy. The episodes are even shorter. They're around the 25-30 minute sitcom mark, which gives it a more sitcom-y vibe. Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters / She-Hulk is awkward and bumbling like Amy Sosa from Superstore or Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec. Character development via a very specific job, working with a male boss while dealing with a new small problem each episode.
If you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
So the show worked for me, not just because it's She-Hulk and not the Hulk. The first few episodes are filled with frivolity, despite the first line uttered being, what is the responsibility of those in power? And aside from her superpowers being the same as Bruce Banner's Hulk, her conflict is entirely different. With the Incredible Hulk, what kept the audience on their toes was the calculated danger of associating with the guy. Remember how Natasha Romanoff hunted him down in India in the very first Avengers movie? So his whole sitch was that he can't control when he turns into this green beast and hence he's a danger to everyone around him, friend and foe. She-Hulk, the show, does address how derivative the name is, She-Hulk, but it was a product of a different time. I assume they can't fully change the name of the character. Anyway, She-Hulk doesn't have the Hulk problem. She's in control not just of her ability to transition back and forth, but also retains her cognition at all times. She's cohesive. This takes away the heavy-handedness of a tortured hero and instead makes everything look just a little bit silly in the best way possible. Jennifer remains lawyer first, superhero second. Her power lies in her education and professional ability and not her accidental nepotism. Cousin hai na uski. So it gives you enough space to create a courtroom drama and let her win over her adversaries legally and not by brute force, subverting her superpower entirely. It's fun, no?
I'm not proud of this.
Also refreshing to see a female superhero not created for the male gaze. While Tatiana Maslany is traditionally a very attractive woman, she doesn't use her femininity as a tool whatsoever. The show has so far not introduced a long-term love interest as well, so let's see how that goes. The female representation does tend to feel a little tokenism at some points, especially if there's a very cringe bathroom scene. But it doesn't hamper anything else going on. It doesn't come in the way. Because there is a bunch in here for the casual and hardcore MCU fan. Tim Roth as Abomination from 2008's The Incredible Hulk comes back in a major role. Nicely tying in one scene we saw him in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings fighting Wong in that arena in Macau. You remember? Wong seems to be a recurring character this season, which is lovely because Benedict Wong is delightful. Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner is always fun to watch. There's also going to be more of Jamila Jamil in the coming episodes, and so far we've gotten a stupidly funny Megan Thee Stallion cameo also. Now coming to the hot topic. How bad is the CGI? You know what? It's not good. Some shots have the early 2000s vibe. You know, in one scene, She-Hulk sits down in a chair and she's in her Hulk form, and I swear her body size changes to accommodate the frame the CGI artists were working with. So it is slightly annoying to observe the tech, which seems to have not evolved in the last few years and gotten worse. Or maybe the tech departments really didn't have enough time or money to work on this. But overall, it's not jarring because you're watching a comedy. Jennifer Walters not liking turning into the Hulk and thinking the whole thing is stupid and unnecessary adds to a harmless foolishness, court jester vibe to the experience. And you're like, sure, the CGI isn't great, that's okay, but I mean, she's chill. पूरा शो देखेंगे as it releases on Disney Plus Hotstar each week. For now, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law is 9 episodes in the series, and if Wikipedia is to be believed, of these 7 have female writers heading the team. Subscribe to my channel before you go. Tomorrow we are talking about Anurag Kashyap's Dobara, which is also a fun sci-fi watch. कल बात करेंगे डिटेल में. आप सब्सक्राइब का बटन दबाकर बेल आइकन को मिस मत करना. 50 तो हो गए क्रॉस, पर आगे भी तो जाना ना. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब.